So, you guys have gotten your forensics report. You'll need some equipment and you'll need some evidence. So I'm giving you a couple of different things. Number one, a magnifying glass. And number two, as I pass this out, look and figure out what's in the box. See if you can tell me what's in the box. It's a what? Oh, wait a minute. Have you all learned anything about microscopes this year? Have you seen a microscope?
Yes.
Now, is this a microscope? Does this look like what you've seen before?
No.
But what exactly, who can tell me what a microscope is? Something that magnifies. Describe it further.
Something that you can put, like you can put an object under it and you can see closer to it.
Okay, so something that's used to see an object up close, okay. A piece of equipment, right? Who uses, go ahead.
You can as you, she had to say, if you can put something under it and you can observe it.
So who uses microscopes?
Scientists.
Scientists? Was that what you were going to say? Are you all scientists today?
Yes.
So take your microscope out of the box, and let's make sure before I give you the evidence we're going to examine that we know what to do with our microscope. It's small, isn't it? It's a travel microscope for us traveling scientists. Cool. Now, there's a couple of wheels on it. Look where I'm pointing. There's a couple of wheels. What does the top wheel say above it?
Zoom.
Ah, it says zoom. And then right under the word zoom, what does it say?
Focus.
Yeah, focus. But right under the word zoom, what does that say?
100x.
100x and then a little arrow 60x. What do you think that means?
How far you see? That's how much it magnifies.
Ah, exactly. Depending on if I turn it toward the 60 or I turn it toward the 100, I'm adjusting the device in it that's magnifying it to tell me how many times bigger I'm making something. I can make it, as I look at 60 times bigger, all the way to 100 times bigger. What's that device, what's that object in there that's actually doing that? Remember what that's called? A lens, exactly right. Good job. Also, when I look through a lens, and you know this from the magnifying glass, which works similarly, you sometimes have to adjust where that is to get it in what? In focus, exactly. So we have a second knob that helps us adjust the lens so that we can see the object in focus. Now there's also a switch on the side. And if you turn the switch on, what do you have? A light source. Because remember when you learned with the big microscope, the different parts of it, there was a light source so you could actually illuminate the object and see detail. Now if you'll take this and then share with your partner and let them do this also. Take this and set it on something. It can be a solid surface like the desk or the piece of paper. Put it on top of the writing. But look through it and practice for just a minute zooming in or out, focusing it, and seeing how big you can magnify it. But this one does. Yay. Now take a moment, and when you've done it, then share with your partner and let them have a turn. So, you know, there's the other thing on the paper itself. This is the regular nature of the paper. Yeah. Don't move it. You can bring it over there. So. What are you seeing when you take it and set it down on paper and zoom in or out? What are you seeing?
Red. It looks different. We'll put it on the red and stuff on it.
Okay. What do you see?
Letters are
The letters are bigger. And sometimes you can actually see like little dots that make up the letter, can't you? That's little ink dots that are actually laid down on the paper to make the print on the paper. And most often it's easiest to let the microscope, rest on the object. That plastic clear bottom lets you do that. And then be able to look down through it and do the zooming. And, oh, she notices the lens did something funny. It flipped the image upside down. It does do that. Interesting. Microscopes do that. But a lot of times when we're looking at evidence, whether we're seeing it right side up or upside down, it won't matter to us. So the fact that the microscope does that for us actually won't affect us studying our evidence carefully. So you have a forensics report in front of you. Look at the very first part of the forensics report, and then I'm going to turn you loose and let you get started. Exploration, okay? You have a place to put your scientist names, so take a moment right now and put your scientist names. And then what's that next word right under your names? Starts with a name. Hypothesis. Who can tell me what a hypothesis is? I hear the word prediction, a guess, an educated guess. So something you think. Now, I want you and your partner to discuss hypothesis. What happened in the kitchen? Based on what you know from the police report, what's your educated guess as to what happened in the kitchen? And who did it? So make your educated guess, and I'll bring your evidence around, and then you'll begin investigating.
Can you say, like, when you say, I think Costello is based on real life what happened yesterday?
Absolutely.
The Louisville loss that
It was upsetting, wasn't it? I got enough that you can do your own too. Write down your hypothesis. What? We don't know. Well, I don't know. The police report didn't tell us. They were unnamed.
Okay, fingerprints. Can you see So what does a fingerprint look like? I'll just focus. So what do you see for fingerprint?
Who's the sixth grade teacher who died? Is it Miss Lou?
It's not been revealed yet.
Or Miss Wu?
I bet it's Schroeder.
Dylan. So what do you see?